Hey guys, it's your girl Janae and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna dye my 613 platinum wig from my hairline Queen Tresses, and I was freaking out this whole video. Honestly, I was super nervous about how the color was gonna come out, but well, you guys will see. So I was really nervous, so it took me a while. I was watching 10,000 YouTube videos, and I was like, okay, I can do this, and it's just a little nerve-wracking because you spend all this money on a wig and you want to make sure that you do it right. But the reason why I'm doing a DIY watercoloring video is because I want to save money. I'm going to be budgeting next year. I'm gonna have a video about that as well. So I'm going to be doing a very intense budget, so I'm gonna have to be able to do my hair, my nails, and everything myself. As far as, you know, those are extra expenses. So now I'm just pouring the hot water into this plastic drawer that I had in my house, and I just cleaned it out really good. So this is 2 pots of water. You probably don't need this much water, but I was being super anal about everything, so I put extra water just in case. And now I have the Cajun spice color from Adore, and I'm just gonna dump that in there. It's like a red, a bright red burnt orange color. I should say burnt orange color. And you'll see as the video goes on that the color turns into this super cute Coca-Cola color. And yeah. So now I'm dumping this color cinnamon into this mix. It's more of a darker red color. So my goal, I'm gonna put my inspo on the screen so you guys could see sort of what my inspo was. But in the same token, I was like, you know what? It's my first time, so I know it's probably not gonna come exactly the way I want it. And also I'm really cheap, so I was trying to use all 3 bottles. You're gonna see the 3rd bottle is honey brown. And I didn't get a good camera picture of that one, so I can put a picture up here for you guys too. And honey brown is more like a blonde, so my dumbass didn't really realize that. I knew it was light, but I didn't know it was a blonde. So it actually made the wig lighter than what I intended. But it still kind of worked out. But just for future reference, if you guys are gonna try to redo this, I recommend using they have copper brown or another brown, an auburn brown, something darker, unless you're trying to go for a super bright look. Now I'm just whisking it up. I want to make sure it was mixed up really good. One of the cons, I think, of putting so much water was that when I mixed up everything, it didn't mix as well as I would have wanted to. I definitely say use less water than I have here, because it'll take less energy to mix up all the colors together. And I'm just doing a paper towel test to see how the color would look, because I saw other YouTubers do it and I felt like it was a good way to get somewhat of a gauge as to what your color would come out like. So I think I'm going back in with that honey brown. Once again, not a smart choice. I don't know why. I think I wanted it to be darker, but not realizing that I was actually making it lighter. So I'm actually doing the opposite of what I wanted it to do. But, you know, I learned that this is trial and error. You kind of have to do this yourself to figure it out. You're not going to get it right the first 2 or 3 times. You just have to learn. Then I'm going to go back in with this paper towel. And this color is a little bit more of what I wanted. But then again, I didn't really know what I wanted. I know I wanted a Rihanna kind of red, but not too bright. Rihanna has 4 different shades of red, and not all of them are really bright. And once again, my dumbass is going back in with honey brown. Should not have done that. But yeah, I recommend sticking to Cajun and cinnamon if you're gonna do this look. And I think I'm doing the paper towel test for the 5th time. I think part of it too is I was just so nervous as to put the wig in there, and now I'm actually putting the wig in there. My daughter was legit stalking me the whole time. When are you gonna put it in? When are you gonna put it in? So I dipped it in just to see what the color would start to look like. And I actually really loved it. And as the video goes on, you guys will see that it's like an ombre, like it turns into an ombre because I don't dip the full wig in there, and it's a gorgeous color. Like I would love to do a platinum blonde ginger ombre wig. It's super fire, but you know, for corporate reasons can't do that. At this point, I told myself, stop being a punk, just dunk the entire wig in there and get this shit over with. Because I was like being so nervous about it, and I just had to like just put it in, you know? So I submerged the wig, and what I've learned after the fact is to move it around constantly. I mean, I started to move it around a little bit, but I did leave it in there for like 4 minutes without moving it. So it's definitely something that you want to keep moving it, because I've noticed that there were some tiny blonde streaks left over, and I'm assuming that's because I didn't move the wig around, because the hair is really good quality. So I know it's not the hair quality. I'm just gonna assume it was my lack of professionalism in watercoloring. But yeah, just keep moving. Like you want to see how I'm like trying to move it in the water. You want to lift it up and lift it out and swish it around, because you want the color to soak all of those strands. At this point, I felt like this was the color that I wanted, but I actually ended up putting it back in the water for another 2 minutes because of the platinum blonde streaks. But this is the color that I came out with. It's super pretty. It's pretty much the color I wanted, like, but it will be brighter. You guys will see in the final picture that it is a bright, like cinnamon ginger red. I would say more of a ginger red, but it's like light. And I'm just rinsing cold water on it right now because I want to get all of that coloring out. And the good thing about a Dormy color that I love is it smells good. There's no ammonia or anything in it, so it doesn't stink, it doesn't smell funky. And I felt like the hair was still conditioned after. I definitely recommend conditioning your hair or your wig or whatever constantly, because you don't want any like shedding or breakage. This wig actually barely shed. I don't know if you guys can see the comb. I should have showed you guys in the video, but it literally barely shedded, and I was shook because I thought that it would shed because it was already platinum blonde, you know, easier to break off. But the quality of the hair is really good, and that's why I love this vendor, because I feel like they always give me really good hair. And the lace didn't dye. If you guys are concerned about the lace dyeing, I don't think it will. Mine didn't dye, and this is Swiss lace. So I definitely recommend the watercoloring method for your wigs and potentially your bundles. I haven't done it with bundles yet. I want to try and experiment with it, but for right now I haven't done it, so I can't really speak on it. So right now I'm just washing the wig out, and you'll see how it goes. Okay guys, so this beautiful color, you can see how pretty it is. The color actually ended up being the way the inside, the root of the wig was, like that bright red or ginger orange. But I really love it, and I felt like the hair felt so smooth after, and the wig smelled good. Like, it looked good to me. And then I took it to my hairdresser, and she was like, Janae, shout out to you, Janae. She was like, there's platinum blonde streaks in it, so like you can't see the streaks in the video, but like in real life, like here's a video, you can see some of the platinum blonde streaks. So that's why I recommend double dipping it and just making sure that you get all of that color in. So thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure you subscribe and like and comment my page, because I want to keep pumping out some dope ass content for y'all. And this is my second Vlogmas video. Bye.